So if you've been following my channel for a while, you know I'm shooting my videos with the Sony ZV1. Now over the months since I bought it, I've added a few extra gadgets to it to make my whole setup like more complete. One of these gadgets was the Neewer wide angle lens and this URIG cage, which I saw a lot of people on YouTube recommend, right? And well, this is like a really good cage. You see it connects here with the screw. Well, it's a really good cage. The main problem I had with this one is that it didn't fit the Sony ZV1 while the Neewer wide angle lens is connected because of the adapter that sits on the Sony ZV1, which I'm going to show you in a second. It makes it too big to fit into this hole right here, right? So it doesn't fit into this, so you can't clamp it on there to make the cage hold. So obviously I was faced with a dilemma. Do I keep the cage, the URIG cage, and drop the wide angle lens from Neewer, or do I do the opposite? Well, obviously I chose to stick with the lens because I find it's much more important to have a good wide angle lens, and I was sure I'm going to find a better cage further down the line. So the solution that I found after numerous like Amazon searches and YouTube searches, and I actually made a huge mistake because on the original video that I saw this setup, I was under the impression that the YouTuber used this cage when in fact he used the L-shaped cage, which I'm going to show you in a second. So after looking at it for a few extra times and searching online, I found this SmallRig, right? SmallRig cage. It says SmallRig, big dreams, which I love that. That's an awesome slogan. And it basically looks something like this. It's just shaped like an L. It doesn't have the entire frame, which makes it easier for this part. You see this part makes it easier for the Neewer lens adapter to fit with this cage attached. Now what I like about it, it also has like this wood or fake wood handle, which looks very professional and slick. You have the small logo here for the SmallRig, right? It connects with this little like standard screw. It has multiple holes at the bottom, so you can connect a lot of other stuff like tripods, like the Joby tripod connects to it, and a lot of other stuff. And you know what, another cool thing I'm gonna show you in a second about this thing, you can also connect a few things on the side if you want to connect like the microphone on the side and not on top, but you also have like two holes on the top, which is also great. And obviously you have the opening here so you can change batteries and change SD card if you need to without taking the entire cage off the camera, which is obviously what I wanted to accomplish in the first place. All right, now I'm gonna switch to my iPhone for a second because I want to show you how you put on the SmallRig on the Sony ZV1 and how it fits great with the Neewer wide angle lens and also with the Joby flexible tripod with a little extra kick that I found just now when I tried putting it on, which I think is pretty awesome. Okay, so I now switch to my iPhone so I can show you how the L-shaped SmallRig cage fits on the camera with everything set up and how easy it is to like put it together, right? So this is the strip Sony ZV1 that I have with the Neewer wide angle lens. This is the camera that I use all the time for the videos that you watch on my channel. And like I mentioned before, the problem was that this cage doesn't fit on the Neewer lens adapter, right? So this doesn't matter what I try to do, it just doesn't fit. It doesn't mean this is a bad cage. I don't want to imply like this is not a good product. It's just not a good fit for me, and I don't know if they thought about the issue of people using the Sony ZV1 with a wide angle lens, like with an adapter like this one, which causes it to be like bigger so it doesn't fit. I don't know if they thought about it or not, but you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I needed like a solution. Enter the SmallRig L shape. Now, this little screw right here is just going to go into the standard hole underneath. So what you do is just you align like the wooden handle with the camera angle, so it will be aligned with the small, right, with the small screw over here, right? You see, like this. And then you take this small thing that you get with the L-shaped SmallRig and you screw it on like so. Very easy. It's very easy to do, like under 30 seconds, and just gonna tighten it up a little bit, but it should take under 30 seconds and done. Now, SmallRig is secured. You can see it's sturdy, it won't fall and nothing. You get the nice wood or fake wood, whatever it is. Like I showed you before, 2 holes on top, a lot of them on the bottom, right? And the opening, so I can switch batteries if I need to, right? Opens up, no problems. I can take out the battery, put it back in, easy does it. And now what I like about this thing is that I use the Joby, I'm going to show you, I'm using the Joby tripod, right? This is the Joby tripod, and the Joby tripod comes with this little thing, which is, right, it shows you, like, you know, when the camera is leveled, right? And the thing is, when I use the Sony ZV1 without the L cage, when I wanted to connect this thing directly to the camera, because you see the Neewer wide angle lens adapter, it kind of sticks out on the bottom side of the camera. When I screw this on, I couldn't leave the leveling thingy facing the front because it didn't like screw all the way. So I have to put it like on the back. Now, while it's not that big of a deal when you're shooting yourself, like so, when you're shooting yourself, you want to make sure the camera is leveled. So when this little thing was facing backwards, you know, I couldn't really know if the camera is level or not. So now that I have the cage, I can just put this whatever I want. Let's say I put it in the middle here, and I can just screw it, right? Turn it around, turn it around, turn it around. And I can just put it facing me. And I have this little coin that I use to like tighten it up. And now, easy does it. You see the leveling field is facing me. So while I'm shooting, I can make sure that the camera is level, right? This thing just kind of slides into the Joby tripod. And now when I put the camera like so, you know, I can adjust this part and make sure that I am level, right? Here we go. Oh, almost. Here we go. You got it before. Yeah, level, right? So now you can see the complete setup. I have the SmallRig cage. Don't forget the side things that you could put. Oh, I almost forgot about the mic, right? I gotta put on the mic again. So when I put the mic like so, tidy it up again, connect it into the microphone. Now this is exactly the setup that I use, right? So I got the Sony ZV1 camera, Neewer wide angle lens with the adapter, which I've discussed before, the leveling thingy that comes with the Joby flexible tripod, and obviously the Rode mic Go, which I'm very happy about. So and now the new addition, the L-shaped SmallRig, big dreams, SmallRig. I love that slogan. So now I think I have a pretty good setup that I could go a really long way with. Makes it much more easy to hold, and it's very sturdy. I'm not afraid of it breaking or anything. If you watch the previous video I made about my previous lens, fell in over because it used adhesive glue instead of screwing, you know I'm a big fan of things that screw and does not stick. So that's the new addition to my YouTube setup and like a little short review about it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, so after giving you the review, I'm gonna go back to the regular camera now, just for like the closing arguments and just, you know, what I like, what I don't like, and let's take it to the regular camera. Alright, I'm now back to my regular camera with the setup that I showed you a minute ago, now with the L-shaped SmallRig cage. I'm going to do another review of it, and let's say like a couple of months down the road to see if it kind of sticks, if I still like it, or if there's like new issues or new things that I've discovered after like real world experiment, right, after using it for a while. I don't foresee any issues with it, but you know, you never know, so it's a good thing to like do another video further down the line. And as always, if even one person gained value from this video or all of my videos, you know, my job is complete with this channel. I appreciate you. Please give me the thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to watch my latest videos that I try to publish every week. Next up, I have a few good like tech reviews videos I'm planning on doing for the next following weeks, so it should be exciting. Please stay tuned, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.